Chris, stop it.
I like dick a lot.
I mean, how can I not get on this bandwagon? I mean, and it is a very, it's,
yes.
I mean, how can he not know that that's not going to be edited out as a soundbite for the rest of his living years?
Right. I feel like that reporter did that on purpose.
That was Iraq balls to just go together.
Ask a Durbin question in a way in which the answer will be, I like dick a lot.
I feel like that's if Jamie like threw up on the carpet and everyone's like, what'd you do this weekend? And you're like, I got my carpet cleaned. Like, that's what we would hear for the rest of a soundbite on you for the rest of your life.
It just rolled off his tongue too easy, too.
I like dick a lot.
I like dick a lot.
Yeah. If it was really bad and I got professional, then I'd say, yes, I got my carpet sucked. You know,
I hired someone.
The suction cleaner.
Sucked?
Yeah. There's... Sometimes when you have a puppy,
joke and makes it worse. Stephanie always takes my joke.
I have to sometimes get professional carpet and furniture cleaners because of puppy stuff, and they have a suction machine.
You get your carpet sucked.
Not just clean, not just like vacuumed. You have to get it sucked. It's
all I heard is you have to pay someone to tend your carpet.
Yes, it's a suction machine. It's a shampooing. You know what I mean, Dana, right?
I'm not backing you up.
Yeah,
once you,
not the dry shampoo.
When you jump the shark, I stay on land.
All right, all right.
You stay on land.
Okay,
good.
Fine.
Have fun, Fonzie.
Fine, be that way. Leave me here. Let's hear some more from Lindsey about Dick Durbin. And BBB. Here we go. Lindsey
You
Graham.
asked me about Build Back Better. It's on life support. It should be dead. The bill costs $5 trillion, $4.9 trillion. That's not Lindsey Graham saying that. That's the Congressional Budget Office, who the Biden has said was the gold standard. It is the gold standard. When you do away with the gimmicks, the bill costs $4.9 trillion. It adds $3 trillion to the deficit. So they're in a box with Build Back
all right.
Better.
Rain Man, listen. Rain Man is doing the wrong math, Dana. They asked for a score on a bill that doesn't exist. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, with stuff extended that is not extended in the actual bill. Okay, one more, Lindsey.
If you use the gimmicks, then Joe Manchin is going to have a hard time voting for it.
You're
because
binky?
he said he'd never vote for a bill that had gimmicks. So the CBO score is devastating to Build Back Better. It's the true cost is $5 trillion. The effect on the deficit is $3 trillion, and there's no way they can make up $3 trillion without massive taxes.
Time for Wapner, Rain Man.
Definitely.
Don't you think? Definitely, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Dana, am I wrong to have a throw up my leg over January 6th? And I feel like if history is any guide, when we go on vacation the next 2 weeks, this is going to blow. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I've been loving watching this unravel. I've been loving the text messages. I've been loving their faces when they're like, we're subpoenaing the messages from AT&T. And then you see Green's head explode and she sinks down in her slithering suit of whatever she lives in. Yeah. It's a joy. This has been a joyful week watching them freak out.
Yes, it has. And Louis Gohmert, who was such a...
Gohmert?
Yes. His role in the insurrection has gone largely overlooked by the public and investigators. He filed a lawsuit against Mike Pence, who he argued should exert unilateral control over the electoral certification, then went into right-wing media to seemingly encourage violence to contest Trump's election loss after a district court rejected his challenge. Jamie Raskin said it's a significant detail in that it was a part of a plan to isolate and coerce Pence. They all belong in prison, Dana. Forget out of Congress. Listen, it's Louis Gohmert time. That's what my point is. It's playing the hits, playing all the oldies and goodies. 2021, Dana, everybody.
Such good stuff. And I tell you what, as much as I hate giving Liz Cheney credit, I tell you what, we disagree on a lot.
Yeah.
As a gay woman, I'm not happy with her for her past voting record.
But Patriot.
I am very impressed with her courage right now, and I'm glad she's putting country over party.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and I know you guys have covered this and AG's covered it, but the fact that she keeps bringing up 18 U.S. Code 1512 C3, talking about anyone who is
going for the jugular.
And over and over and over, all of these people that sent texts saying, oh, we should do this with the electorates. Oh, you can get rid of this. It's unconstitutional. They should fall under the same statute. They should all be responsible for this.
Absolutely. By the way, speaking, as you brought up, Dana was not here for the big announcement of the meeting of what did we decide? DC and Marvel? Superheroes?
Avengers and X-Men.
Yeah.
Yes, the Sexy Liberal Podcast Network has melded with the Mueller, She Wrote Media Network. We are all one. Dana Goldberg co-hosts Daily Beans with the fantastic AG from Mueller, She Wrote, Allison Gill. And she brings her Kushner and her Fagluzzi, and we bring our Frangela and our John and our Hal and our on and on, Kimberly Johnson, Bob Seska, all our superheroes
Unprecedented guys.
from the Marvel.
Yep.
Pardon?
The unprecedented guys.
Yes.
too.
Yes, from the Stephanie Miller cinematic universe into the Allison Gill cinematic. And it is podcasting magic, Dana Goldberg.
It really is, and it's about time. We need a powerful force out there because Lord knows there's a lot of right-wing radio going on.
Well, we've, Allison and I realize, like, I read her texts almost every day. Like, we're obviously, like, mutual fans, and we had so much mixing of bodily fluids between Glenn Kirshner and all of my regulars and her regulars. And obviously you, Dana Goldberg, the thing from which everything good flows. Everything is better when Dana is anywhere.
This is true.
Be it on the Daily Beans or on the Stephanie Miller Show.
You're very good for my ego this morning. Very good.
I have said it. Our brand, I think, is the smartest, funniest broadcasters in the country, and you are a fantastic broadcaster and interviewer. And so I'm so happy for you and Allison are a power duo. Love it. And by the way,
have a good time.
Also,
we get to swear a lot.
Yes, I thought that was my brand, news with swears, and then I'm like, Allison, you also are unbelievable news with swears. That's why God invented happy hour, so I could swear.
Right.
Because you know what we say about the FCC. Them. Okay.
Well,
FCC.
If you pronounce FCC,
right,
it's
correctly,
pretty much,
it is.
Yeah.
C. Okay, with two C's, right? It's an F-bomb with two C's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. By the way, people stop sending me this. I understand that I'm apparently going to prison over the Capitol riot. A federal judge rejected recommendations from prosecutors and defense lawyers for probation, instead sentenced a Miami County couple to short jail terms for their roles in the Capitol, the January 6th. Judge Tanya Chuckton gave Brandon Miller 20 days in jail and
Stephanie Miller
14 days in jail. So that's what I'm doing for my 2 weeks over the vacation.
You know which Cub reporter sent us that story?
Who?
David Gosar.
Paul Gosar's brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Chutkin, the judge said the fact is they were part of a mob. It amounted to an attempted overthrow of the government. The country is watching. There has to be consequences for participating in the attempted violent overthrow of the government. A lot of these judges, Dana, are very clear-eyed about this. And,
Absolutely. And I don't know if you covered this, the article that came out talking about there's a pot of white supremacists in Tampa, Florida, and there's a tremendous amount of January 6th defendants coming out of this specific area of the country, which it's Florida. It's not incredibly shocking, but there's a lot, right? Just in there, very, very, very condensed area.